Good morning, members. I'm Rachel Cooper. I'm with the Center for Public Policy Priorities, and we've been working on the issues of kinship care for a few years now, and so we are very excited to see HB4, and we think it's a great first start. We think it's incredibly important to establish a monthly payment for caregivers who step in to take these kids, because as we all know, anybody who's actually a parent themselves, kids aren't cheap, and those costs don't go away for as long as you have them. So we think that HB4 is a great first start, but we wanted to highlight that it only addresses the needs of the roughly 10,000 or so kids who are in an active DFPS case at any given time. And unfortunately, we have 250,000 kids in Texas who are living with in a kinship situation away from their parents, being raised primarily by grandparents. About 70% are grandparents, and then with other family members. And these families are struggling too. And so we would like to see the same consideration, the same kind of monthly payment structure for available to these families. A lot of these families were put together because of CPS. Oftentimes, children were removed. CPS didn't take legal custody, but asked these family members to step up, and they did. And they took the kids. Well, the case is closed because the kids are deemed safe, but there's no financial assistance available. On the other end of the scale, the kids were in custody of the state. The families did everything they were supposed to do. They established a legal agreement, and the case is again closed. They took permanent managing conservatorship. The case is closed. Under the way the bill is written now, those families, the payment would end. Those costs of taking care of those kids didn't end, but the payment would end. And so we're concerned that if we don't continue the payments for as long as the placement continues, then we risk having those kids cycle back into the system again. So we'd like to see a structure created to allow for continuing support of these kids for as long as those placements end. And our written testimony talks about another plan that we've been advocating for, and some of you members have heard me saying how we could use our TANF program to do that for those families who aren't under CPS's custody. Thank you. Any questions?
Members, any questions? Thank you, Rachel.